Hi there, it's Dr. Chung, and I'm so glad you decided to tune in today. I'd like to start different series of videos, and I kind of envision each series having multiple videos so that I'm not trying to jam all sorts of information in one sitting. I think it's important and it's helpful to kind of break things up, really think about and let things ruminate as we discuss different topics. Um, at least that's the way I like to do things. And so I invite you to come along with me, and I hope you enjoy I hope you enjoy the series. If you have any feedback for me, always leave a comment. I do review the comments, and just so we keep things clean and appropriate. But feel free to always message me or comment through here. It's always welcome. I appreciate it very much. The first topic is, why is it so scary to come and see someone like me? And I'm going to be referring to you and talking about and using the pronouns of you just to make things more consistent. If you're going to be looking for someone like me, it often starts by putting in the search bar of the condition or the symptoms that you're currently having, right? If you're looking to get your toilet fixed, you put toilet leaking. But what if it's your bottom end that's having issues? It's probably difficult for you to put butt itching, bleeding from your anus. These are probably things that, while you know how to spell the words, it's certainly not easy to put that down and actually read on the screen those terms, isn't it? And it's no easy feat. And guess what? All these things that we're going to be talking about here are completely normal and expected. And as unfortunate and as tough as that may be, let's try and expound upon some of these things today. So, let's talk one step backwards. Why is it so hard to begin with? Well, I know if I were to ask you that question, you can come with millions of responses because, duh, it's so obvious, isn't it? How much more private of a topic or body part can you really get, right? Besides being able to have a mind reader look into your thoughts, this is a physical body part that is never to be mentioned, never to be talked about. It's off limits. Isn't that right? This is not something you bring about at family dinner or when the family gathers around a campfire or your friends. It's certainly difficult to bring up to your spouse, to your family members, your best friend. In fact, I know a lot of people would be just mortified if they brought up to their friends, they just started busting out laughing. That will for sure guarantee that you will never ever feel good about taking care or handling any issues that you have back there. Isn't that right? Peer pressure is a real thing. And I want to let you know that it is a-okay for you to have these feelings. Once again, just want to validate that. But what's another reason why it's so hard? Well, sometimes when there's a big problem, and to you it is a big problem, it's even more difficult to get that handled, isn't it? Because let's say you have a big project at work that's really hard. How difficult is it to get started? You know that if you just pick up the hammer and just start whittling away at something, it's gonna get there. But man, when you have to chop down a tree that's 300 feet tall and the trunk is, 50 feet wide, I'm exaggerating, of course, but you get my point. Is you'd rather just leave that for another day. And let me tell you that problems with their bottom end speak extremely loudly. So when you have a problem with your bottom end, okay, let's go into this. The area has such a high concentration of nerves. I mean, if you think about how concentrated people are in New York City, how many people will live in a square mile? It's very, very concentrated. And the nerves are the same way. And because of that, the brain also has devoted a large map for our bottom end. When something goes on in the bottom end, the signal is very strong. You know, compared to your arm, the concentration of nerves, or relative, if you lived in the sticks of Kentucky, there aren't as many people there, and there aren't as many nerves. So the people shouting is gonna be far greater in your bottom end or in New York City versus your arm, or in other words, rural Kentucky. So the brain gets this loud signal. When it mixes then with your emotions next, it's hard to perceive that anything but negative, isn't it? And so when you have this really distressing signal coming from your bottom end, and you feel the embarrassment and the shame potentially, that makes it hard. That makes it very overwhelming. And these thoughts, again, are very pervasive. So you end up, you can't stop thinking about it. It's just always on your mind because you're always feeling it. And the other thing is, oh, I kind of just lost my track of thought there. But again, this is uncut, so, but you can't go about your daily activities, can you? It's consuming all your thought processes and distracting you. It's like a small child constantly saying, "Mommy, mommy, 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 mommy." I have a 2.5-year-old at home, and so, if someone is always pulling at your sleeve like that, it's distressing. But your bottom end distress call is gonna be far more distracting than a 2-year-old could ever be, guaranteed. And so to close this video, I think we've kind of touched on a few things here, and I hope you found that helpful. I wanted to relate with you. I wanted to relay some of my compassion for what you're going through, because I see this every single day. I see it with every single patient. I hope this helps you. If it sparks any thoughts, please go ahead. Feel free to message me or comment below. It would definitely be, it would definitely be helpful for other people just like you in your same situation. I hope you have a good weekend, and it's Friday here, so if it's Friday where you are, happy Friday. Once again, description in the description box below. Please like and subscribe. Please ring the bell if you don't want to miss another video. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.